Welcome back to Mufc Realist TV. It's, what is it, Tuesday, 6 p.m. where I'm sitting 5 p.m. UK time with an extra live stream, which I usually don't normally do unless I have something to talk about. So everyone that's tuning in, big up to all of you Manchester United fans all over the world, because today we are going to talk about what's going on with the, Sofian Amrabat deal. How close is it? How advanced we are with Rasmus Holjund and the remaining signings and ins and outs with Manchester United. So you know what? It's a very exciting times. If you haven't noticed, Manchester United are doing bits on the market. So basically what I've been trying to say, providing a voice of reasoning, working in the intermediate market, in the football agency side, is try to get the most accurate news available for you as Manchester United fan base. It's not to say that I want to be here we go. It's most the reason why is to just support that we're actually getting the right target in what Erik ten Hag wants. But before we continue the stream, there's a lot of things that you can do to support this channel. One thing is, you see all these buttons down below, like subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit the like button, because it's only Mick Ruby in the house here, all alone in the control room. So what you can do is to join and have a drink on whatever you're drinking, coffee, tea, beer. It's whatever it is, your choice. But you know what, I'll be back in 10 seconds, so have a zip. Cheers for Manchester United. Let's do this. Yes. We are back with an extra podcast. As I said, normally we do the morning videos and then we go live like in about 9 p.m., 10 p.m. UK time. But today is something really special. It is a new dawn. It's a new page of Manchester United, and we all feel it. I mean, I've been trying to be the most positive realist that's around here, but at the end of the day, what drives this content is you as a community. So big up to all of you VR people. I want to shout out to all of you. So James Hunter is in the VR room saying, "Good afternoon, Mick Ruby and Jarvis Cocker. Another great show as always." Well, I'm kind of missing Jarvis Cocker here because it's only Mick Ruby flying solo. If you've seen Top Gun, you know that Maverick has his goose, but today it's Top Fun only with Mick Ruby. So big up to you, James Hunter. How you doing and where are you from? Let me know in the comments. Where are you from? Some people call me DJ Ruby from yesterday, so this ring Grovener. So thanks. I am actually a professional musician as well, but that's in the past, but used to produce music. Alien Tenor, Peter, how are you doing? How's UK? Big up, Alien Tenor. Nico AV, Dobry den, Mick. Yes, Dobry den. That means Dobry den. Is that Macedonian or what is it, Nico? Let me know, because I can read Dobry den, Dobry den, or something like that. Nathan is also Nathan Priestley. Like, hi Mick. Hi Nathan, how you doing? Let me know, Nathan, where you from, mate? Let me know. Ashid, good afternoon, Ashid. Oh, good afternoon. Where are you from, Ashid, as well? James Hunter saying Erik ten Hag is making United strong and powerful again. Well, that's what we said. Bold is best. Bold is beautiful. Like, some women like bold men as well, but there's something special about Erik ten Hag, and we can all see it ever since he, if Sir Alexon walked down from Aberdeen to knock on the door of Manchester United store, lo and behold, 20 years later, we have our Messiah, the person that we've been crying out for to replace, Alex Ferguson. But he walked down from Amsterdam. So basically came in, assessed it, looked at it, and agreed pretty much what Richard Arnold was saying in the interview, that we spent 1 billion on players and nothing to show for. So what he's done is impeccable. You must agree. Like, he basically came in, looked at the canvas, which is like a painting, right? And that is a mismatch of Picasso versus Monet versus Van Gogh and all that stuff. And it just was a mess. So he rubbed that canvas off, basically, and gave everyone a clean slate. So he slapped a little bit of Fred on it, like a little bit of a Casemiro, a little bit of a Maguire. Maguire didn't work, so he robbed that off, gave him only 11 appearance, and lo and behold, he's on the market now. But he didn't want to sort of upset the apple cart in a way. That's my humble opinion. So he played with what he's got, basically, and trusted the players with his rules and principles. So we've seen that. He booted out Cristiano Ronaldo, which is wow. That means that you have cojones, right? Call them out, you're out of the door. Nobody's bigger than the club. So you see the changes. He introduced the old hairdryer to shape the image of himself, which is bald. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, so now it's the transfer market. So he wiped that canvas clean, and he's going to the paint shop to buy new acrylic paint to complete his master painting. And that's what we're going to see. That's what we're seeing today, the Ten Hag masterpiece. So big up to you as well, James, for making that comment as well. Lancel Jr. is also saying, yes, make great work. Been tuned in 100%. John Johnson with his eyes, the cartoon all saying, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, John Johnson. And thank you for chatting with me today. Derek's Excalibur. I haven't seen your name before, but hi to you, Derek. How you doing? Big up to all of you. Big up William as well. Big up Mick. Big up to you, Mr. Connolly. Gavin also is in the house. Take over yet? Now we're not going to talk about the takeover. It's nobody's kind of reporting in it, and that kind of gives you an indication where the situation lies as well. Alien as well, Peter. Thanks for the support, mate. Well, Mick, I'm pissed off, mate. Why are you pissed off, Peter? Before I bought the United away shirt, and I said, yeah, I look like stick of Blackpool Rock. Which one? Which one did you buy? Was that I want to get my hands on the white and red, but not that madness stripy green. That looks like, I don't know, Celtics or something like that. Or I don't know, man. Seriously, that is a mad. But, we've seen many mad shirts. Like the one that was my awful of that was the slime green third away kit, wasn't it? My favorite absolutely is the white and red sharp. I can't remember which season it was, but that is beautiful. And they kind of introduced it again, but with the with the team viewer. So definitely going to buy it, but not through the Manchester United shop. It's going to be like a kind of AliExpress counterfeit, if you know what I mean. I'm not supporting the Glazer whatsoever. John Johnson says, smash the like, peeps. Yes, smash the likes. There is 160 of you right now in the chat room, and you giving Mick Ruby a very, very hard time to control this chat room as I'm all alone. So James is all the way from Coventry. Big up to you. Coventry seems to be nice. Never been there, man. Martin is also Bukenya. Hi, Mick Ruby. Hi, Martin Bukenya. Miloš Mitic, what would I be do? Dobar dan, Miloše Mitic. Kako si? Dobar dan, pozdrav, Miki. Idemo. Amrabat stiže, čekaj u Højlund. Yes, Google AI Translate. He says Miloš Mitic is obviously from Serbia. He says good day, and says hello. But let's go for Amrabat. Højlund is coming. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Jack also. Jack. Have you seen Titanic, Jack? Jack, come back. Don't let go. Sorry, I like Erik ten Hag. Knows the players and the mentality to play at Old Trafford. Yeah, 100% Jack. This is one thing that Erik ten Hag introduced. If you remember last season, like when he came in, everyone thought it was a joke when he listed like the 10 commands, and that was his rules and principles. Media posted it, was laughing at it. We eat together, we sleep together, we drink together, we cry together, we play as a team together, all this togetherness. But that seemed to be working, Jack. So Jack, don't let go. Be that Titanic rock. Believe something good is happening, mate. Nico says, yeah, you're Russian. Pozdrav, привет, как дела, bratan. Wicked. I do speak Russian too, because my wife is actually from St. Petersburg. So that's surprise. Jarle from Norway says, good day. Eating the worst rice dish ever from the local store. Is it 105 million Declan rice? What you're eating is a fried rice, or are you thinking that Kobe Mainu fried that rice? Never spending money on that again. Now, what would you spend 100 million on Declan Rice that was invisible? Of course, he plays for Arsenal, which once was called the Invisibles, sort of speaking. Yeah, well, all the way from Toronto. Loin France, ça va bien, ça va. Oh, what they say, ça va vachement bien. Good afternoon, good morning. So it's morning for you. Wow, wow, wow. Très bien, très bien. 180, let's see. Ashid Mian, South Shields. Where is South Shields? Hmm, I don't know. I don't know, but it's exciting that you're sharing. Nathan Priestley says, Mick, I'm from Barnsley, South Yorkshire. Yorkshire is nice, been there, mate, but never been to South Barnsley. Big up to you, Nathan, as well. Diaz Perk, do you think Eric Ten Hag will be given Mengi a chance? Yeah, why not? Or is he on the squad? Is he on the tour squad? Because Mengi is a mint centre back, in my opinion. But that all leads into Harry Maguire going to West Ham. We signed Johnny Evans on a short-term contract. We don't know how long Johnny Evans is going to stay for, but that kind of gives you the indications that Ten Hag doesn't have, Maguire in his plans, and we've seen that he's giving the youth a chance, such as Kobe Mainu, such as Garnacho. So why not? Why not? Because according to my opinion, Mengi is a very good player. But does Mengi need to be going out on a loan to flourish more? You got to learn to crawl before you can run, and that's what they say, at least. But that's a good point. Carlos is saying, good afternoon, Mick from Corley, Lancaster, UK. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, I've been driving up there in UK on the left side of the road, 100%. I think I passed by. Vague memories. Good evening to you, Jonas Chama. Good evening. Where are you from, Jonas? Jonas. Good evening, mate. Nico AV. Dobry den. I'm Russian. It meant good afternoon in English. Pada, я понимаем по-русски, да? Я говорю чуть-чуть по-русски. Normano. There you go. Mick is linguistic. RG's in the house. Big up, everyone. Big up, RG. I still haven't figured out what RG stands for. One day I will crack the Da Vinci Code. What is RJ abbreviated for? Is it Richard James? Is it Ron James? I don't know, man. You let me know. Dark Excalibur, Robbie and Juliet. Oh, yeah. Good point, Dark Excalibur. Robert Julia. What? Julia Roberts means Pep said again. No. I saw something that Julia Roberts, pretty lady or a woman in red, she's absolutely a die-hard Manchester United fan. I think that is sexy. Let me know what you think as well. Oh God, I'm gonna go over everyone before I continue into the news because Jack, good afternoon, Nick. I'm from Sligo, Ireland. Yay! What's the crack up in Ireland? How are you doing? What's the crack? Wicked. The thing is with Irish, when you say three, you never say that. You say tree. So it sounds like you are cutting the tree. Now, jokes aside, man. But big up. I love Irish as well. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow we're doing No Bullshit United with my favorite Irish person ever that I know is Jay Daly. So we're going to be on together with Andy Tate doing No Bullshit United. Yeah, you were saying Fabrizio Romano has always been spot on. Yes, depends on. We're going to dive into that as well. Anyone seen Shaka Hislop pass out on TV? Yeah, big up. And I saw that. I love Shaka. I do watch ESPN sometimes because I think it's funny to tease those Scouser driven pundits, like talking about Craig Burley and Wells. But Shaka apparently passed out, fell off, and did a short update to say he's okay, but he has to look after himself. So I don't know what it was, but he's going to go to seek medical attention. Sofian Amrabat, incoming bombs, drop the mic. Habibi Bilal Hussein saying that. Basically, people big up love and support to Shaka Hislop. Looks like he's in good health and passing up. I think it's a lot of stress and working and all them jazz. So listen, take care of your health. I'm talking about myself as well because I'm a workaholic, right? I do contract work as an intermediate at a football agency, and I try to run a YouTube channel. So running a YouTube channel means that you have to do the research, you have to set up all the graphics, the videos, and I am one-man band, as you know. So everything that you see here is real, everything that you see, but it ain't just clicking on a button to do that. So it's pure dedication, but it's also passion. I love doing this. this is sort of releases my creativity. This is therapy. And plus talking to you, amazing VR room that's becoming part of my family as well. So big up to all of you. Smash that like and let's go. Højlund, boom, says Jamie as well, one of our moderators. Boss, I'm not your boss, mate. I'm just a fan like you, man. Seriously. Crush is in the house saying, woohoo. Big up, Crush. How are you doing, mate? I hope you're doing fine this Tuesday. Apparently, we're playing Wrexham tomorrow, but I saw the traveling squad. We're only playing the kids. Let me know what you think about that as well. Fatty Donut is in the house saying, Fatty Donut. Hello, peeps. Hello, Bobby. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's crush this, people. Let's get into it without more Hamza from Qatar saying hi, guys. Yeah, legend Fatty, guys. Martin is also here. Could you please do the dig in about Mason Greenwood news? No, it's pretty much silence, mate. I mean, Eric Ten Hag, they tried to squeeze him, but I don't know, mate. I don't know. The club knows, Ten Hag knows, obviously. I mean, they have to come out with some sort of solution. The fact is that he's not part of the traveling tour doesn't mean that he's going to be included in the remaining, or well, they're loaning out, because he's been training privately. He's still contractually employed by Manchester United. He hasn't kicked the ball over 12 months. So for me, the best thing for the player and for the club at this time of being is probably send him out on the loan, basically to recoup the motor skills that you have. You know, stop playing football, maybe go to an Italian league or something like that. But it's yet to be defined. We don't know that. So yeah, you know. So what you heard it on the Webby O'Neill show as well. Oh, I don't know what you mean. I don't know. Is it about Greenwood? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure. Not sure. Yeah, you are in Toronto, so it's 2:12 here at the moment. 12 in the midday. So good lunch for you. Good lunch. Yeah, Fatty is from sunny Salford in Manchester. Big up, it's mint. You have some Mancunians in the house as well. And also now William is revealing he's also from Manchester. So yeah, wicked. We have Mancunians in the live stream as well. We have Quad Sports Carl. Big up, Mick. Great to see us to look like a proper football club with negotiation and getting players quickly. Hargreaves being a reason for it. Yeah, 100%. Thanks you for listening to me. I've been saying that for the past 6 weeks at least, you know, and I've been arguing with Jarvis Cocker just to dust off that PTSD, people. Get it over, you know, move on, build a bridge, get over it. We are moving places. I understand the PTSD, but you know what? Open up your eyes. So like Manscaped, trim the yard to look the trim the bush to make the yard look bigger. Like, but we're not sponsored by Manscaped, if you know what I mean. Or, you know, sometimes I understand that you need to cut the forest, not cut the tree to see the forest or something like that. You know what I'm saying? What, you know what I'm deluding at. Listen, Amy Rourke is back. Good morning, Amy. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. You're in good shape. It's shaping up to be a lovely day here in South SF. Love your show. Glory, Manchester United. Green and gold until so glazes out. No to the rat. We know. Full sail only. It's happening. But we're not here to talk about that. And by the way, speaking about glazes out, we have Avram Glazes disgusting ponytail. I'm not saying that you are disgusting, but hello from the USA. Big up to you. We all hate that ponytail. Somebody should just come and do a terror attack, like, and cut it off. YouTube algorithm, please cut. Ooh, beep. You know what I mean. Yeah. Breaking news regarding Julia Roberts, who in Loire, France. You know, she was at United last preseason before COVID. In the US, she was hanging out with Paul Pogba. Then they are actually good friends. Yeah, but Paul Pogba is no longer with us. Listen, I would love to read all of you. I'm gonna park that, but you know, somebody is correcting me. Trim the yard to make the bush look bigger. You know what I mean? Get over that PTSD, people, because right now it's only positive. You know, think positive. So, like, listen, guys, you that have been following my podcast, me and Jarvis was kind of the first to come out to talk about the Amrabat situation, right? And it looks like Fabrizio Romano is watching us. It looks like Fabrizio Romano is actually tuning in. And I went on my YouTube analytics and find out that he has been watching. So big up to you, Fabrizio. Let me know if you want to come on and do a collaboration story. Now, I do respect Fabrizio, but sometimes you got to fact check everything. And as I alluded before, for me, it's not about to be right to say here we go. It's that his trademark. But let's collaborate and say here we run. So let's dive into what he has been saying and comparing the notes what we have been reporting. Are you ready to rumble? Should we do this? Let's bring in Fabrizio Romano to the stage and let's call it Here We Run with Fabrizio. Come on, let's do this, people. Smash the like, please.
And so guys, let me start with Manchester United, with Man United fans asking about many things happening on the transfer window. They signed, of course, Mason Mount, Andre Onana, but now the focus is on the new striker. Let me clarify one thing. Many questions about Sofian Amrabat, and I told you many times, guys, here on the channel, on my social media platforms, Sofian Amrabat is on the list at Manchester United.
Yeah, he is on the list. He is definitely on the list, and we've been saying that. But let's continue.
Is really appreciated by Erik ten Hag. The player is aware of Erik ten Hag's interest, so there is a very good communication, a very good feeling between Amrabat and Man United. And Man United, I told you that it was February. Maybe some of you remember, Man United were among clubs calling for Amrabat at the end of the January transfer window. Man United tried to make that deal before signing Sabitzer, of course, different kind of players, but Man United were looking for a last-minute option after the injuries they had in the January transfer market, and the idea of Manchester United was to go for Amrabat. It was impossible with Fiorentina.
Yeah, I mean, true that. That means that you've been listening to what we've been saying, because for the past at least 6 weeks, we've been saying that as well, that this was always the case, with his agent being Mohamed Sinha, somebody that, we work with in the intermediate market. It's always been the case, and we've been reporting that. We even said that Sofian Amrabat to Manchester United, people was like, nah, not happening. But it's always been the case. If you just backtrack to the videos that we made to say that there's always been the case, because if you remember the January window, we didn't have money to spend. We were looking at Sofian Amrabat, and then they had the personal terms. But basically, Fiorentina said no. He will be sold in the summer, and then in the summer we can discuss. So this is exactly what's been going on. You know what I mean? So personal terms now never been a problem. They had an agreement, and also we're the first one to say that. Pointed out, Amrabat is not really Moroccan. He's not an Arab player. He's got, like me, I'm Serbian descent, but I have Swedish passport. So same thing with Amrabat. He's Dutch, and where did he come from? Utrecht. Who was the coach? Ten Hag, who gave him his first appearance in the Eredivisie. Ten Hag. Here we go. Let's continue.
At that moment, they offered a loan with a buy option for Fiorentina. It was impossible to accept that with United and with Barcelona. They wanted Amrabat. And so now he's still on the list at Manchester United. There were conversations, positive conversations between Amrabat side and Man United weeks ago, but this is not new. This is something that we already said at the beginning of July.
So he said beginning of July. We are in July. Do you get my point? But what's beautiful about this transfer market is that if you can sort of create your story, create what the facts, and to see what he's also saying, that is a done deal in a way. That is, here we go turns into here we run, and that's why I call it here we run.
It remains valid. As of today, the focus at Man United is the new striker. So Man United, after Onana, after Mason Mount, want to sign a new striker. They know it's important.
Okay, so let's pause this right now, because today I've been speaking to some people, but mentioned Alfredo Pedola from TV della Sport as well, has a different story than Fabricio. This deal is already been almost done and dusted. They're already looking for his replacement, have his replacement implied. They already said to the player Amrabat that, see you later, you're going. The thing is, what we reported yesterday as well, if you remember, that they are in deep negotiations. There's about the valuation between 3 to 5 million apart. That tells you that, everything is done and dusted with the players and agent, the image rights and personal terms, not a problem. Fantastic. Now they just negotiated, because obviously, as a club, You want to sort of squeeze as much money as you want, but United have they're not stupid, with Matt Hargreaves. They know that player wants to come to United. He said no to Liverpool. He said no to everyone else. He only wants to play for Erik ten Hag, and it's all down to done and dusted to finalize the contract, the payment terms with Fiorentina, and they want 30 million euros. United know he's worth, with 12 months left on his contract, between 20 and 30. So what I've been told is going to be something around 25 million euros with 5 add-ons. And this is where we are at the moment. So I do expect this to be imminent very soon. He's going to be a Manchester United player, either you want it or not. But at the end of the day, I don't really care how much money he comes for. What I care about this transfer window is that he becomes a Manchester United player and that he is an Erik ten Hag signing, #1 priority. Let me know what you guys thinking. Let's continue with Fabrizio, what he says. Do we have a here we run?
To go for a new striker. The priority target remains Rasmus Holjund. I told you last week that Man United agreed personal terms with Rasmus Holjund, and now I will add something about that. For Amrabat, the idea, guys, is to wait for Man United to sign a new striker and then to proceed after the outgoings. It means Fred.
Yeah, here's a little bit where you are not really, I'm sorry, I respect it, but Manchester United has been working on multiple deals at the same time. Anyone can see it. The difference is that I only focus on Manchester United as a club. The thing is that, and Fabrizio Romano, he has the whole world network. He reports on every single club and transfer. So it's almost impossible, unless you're an AI machine, to constantly be plugged into the matrix to receive. So here's the thing that Matt Hargreaves and the recruitment team has been focusing heavily. It doesn't really matter who comes in first, but it all matters how advanced certain things in the negotiations process. So yeah, we know. Alanga was announced. I feel so sorry and happy for Alanga. That's 50 million pounds available. Boom, here you go. Fred is going 100%. Who else is going out the door? Telles. There is money to be sold. Maguire is going. Henderson is going. So this is the fire sale that we never seen before. An exodus. Let me know when. I haven't seen it. I haven't witnessed this unless I sort of blocked it in my PTSD mind. But tell me when in time did we actually act like a club in the outs? And that's the thing. So for me, it ain't matter who, but it depends on how it's advancing. So absolutely we need to get the players out, because that frees up the budgets and that lowers down the FFP requirements as well. So we're going to continue. Here we run.
Will leave Manchester United this summer. Just waiting to see where. And then let's see Donny van de Beek what happens. But once they will complete the outgoings, Man United.
So nobody knows, everyone knows that Fred is leaving. We always love Fred. He's like the Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. And that's Fred. 1 year left on his contract. People saying Fulham. People saying Fenerbahce or something like that. But most people also saying Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia is doing bits with the Mbappe move, man. Seriously. Let's go, Fabrizio. Let's run. Let's start building up. Let's start jogging here.
United will focus on new midfielder and Sofian Amrabat, for sure. He's one of the big names on the list. Also, guys, for Man United and the agreement with Rasmus Holjund, we still wait for Man United to submit the opening official bid to Atalanta. The positive news for United is that Atalanta already signed a new striker to...
there we go. Before he continues to talk, I want to add on to that. That is the selling point, guys. That is the here we go already. Atalanta has already identified and signed the replacement striker. Rasmus Holjund will be red. That's the thing, right? Personal terms agreed. Forget about the PSG chasing. That's never going to happen. His heart is set on Manchester United. He's a Manchester United fan. And as working as an intermediate in the market, it seems almost impossible to convince. So put yourself in an analogy situation. You are in a nightclub, in a bar, observing that you see a beautiful man or beautiful woman. I don't know how you swing, but I'm just trying to make this analogy. And all of a sudden you see this hot person getting swarmed by suitors around the bar, trying to, score, trying to buy them person drinks. You're just sitting there in the background waiting. And in the dying minute before closing time, you know that bell, last drink order, you just swoop in, you ask the lady or the man of your dream, what do you want to drink? Do you want champagne, Dom Perignon? Do you want a Uber taxi or do you want a limousine home? Who do you think she's going to choose? Once you are, once you are persuaded that this is the better option, and you are Julia Roberts, or I don't know who you want to be, but imagine that situation. It's almost impossible to sort of convince the other person to, you can have a lot of suitors, but if that player has his heart set on the beautiful, charming prince that just came in, no way, Jose. You know what I mean? So it's all down to, like, break down what my understand is, well, from Kees Plogsma from CEG, like, he's the agent of Højlund. It's all about breaking down the asking price from Atalanta with Lee Congerton. Lee Congerton set a stupid price on 80 million euro. Manchester United knows the true evaluation of Rasmus Holjund, who, by the way, scored 9 goals and appeared in 3/4 of a season only for Atalanta. So, realistically speaking, Manchester United is right. Realistically speaking, they are negotiating super hard to push it down. Realistically speaking, Rasmus Holjund would probably be a 50 million pound player with add-ons, leading up to 60 million euros. But at the end of the day, peeps, does it matter? Are we the accountants or the key performance index holder of the club? No, we're not. We are the consumers of the game. We want to see good football. We want to see that Erik ten Hag gets his players over the line, and here we run. So that tells me what? Højlund will be a Manchester United. And I don't want to really put a timeline. It doesn't really matter, as deluded before. But within at least 10 days, there should be something, right? There should be something. But, let's continue with what Fabrizio has to say about this. Bada bing, Fabrizio, over to you.
Formally replace Højlund when he will be sold. And the player is El Bilal Touré from Almeria.
There you go.
Deal completed. Everton wanted him, but he's going to Atalanta. So now for Atalanta, it's time to negotiate and to focus on the negotiations with Manchester United for Rasmus.
There you go. Replacement, what I told you. Touré, Everton wanted him. Yeah, there you go. That's your sign. That's your sign, what you're looking for. And almost here we run.
Højlund. Man United will make an official bid, but from Man United it's very clear. They will not overpay. They will not enter into the game of Atalanta coach Gasperini, who said maybe...
Yeah, here we go, what I deluded before. Gasperini, by the way, is the coach of Atalanta. Gasperini has nothing to do to influence the sales price. You know what I mean? He can only speak in the media. And Gasperini said, like, oh no, are you mad? This player is going to be 100 million player. He will be. He will be. If you watched him play, like Uncle Jimmy told you yesterday in a podcast, you know that this is going to be the next Haaland. Oh my God. So let's continue.
80, maybe 90, maybe 100 million euros. Man United are not going to play that game. Man United will pay what they want to pay and what they believe is a correct fee.
That's it, the correct fee. That's very important. Mark this word, the correct fee. That is exactly what Transfermarkt, if that website, tells you what it's worth as well. You cannot overinflate the price, but what you do in this market is to inflate, because in your back of your mind, you have a set fixed price, what you're willing to let the player go for. It's like you trying to sell your house, you know that your house, you want 1 million pounds for it, right? But you set it like a higher with the broker 1.4, so you actually hit that sweet spot. And at the end of the day, you negotiate and you come to agreement and off you go. So let me tell you how Matt Hargreaves is doing this, and after this video as well.
Atalanta started to value Højlund around 70 million euros, and Manchester United will entertain negotiations for something around 55, 60 million pounds. So,
as I said, bada bing.
This is the idea. Let's see how the conversation will go, but for sure we expect an opening bid. Let me clarify one thing. The agreement on personal terms is done, and Højlund said yes to Man United's salary proposal on a 5-year contract with option for further season. So same
5-year contract with an additional year extension. That means that Hargreaves and the team are negotiating the payment structure at the moment. How much cash up front, how many years of installment. So if you do a 5-year installment, that means that that doesn't affect the FFP, right? If you buy the player for 60 million, that means you can split that up in 5 installments, 5 years. You know what I mean? So it's cute. It's cute.
Contract as Onana offered to Rasmus Holjund. 5-year plus 1. This is the agreement with the player waiting on the clubs. And as I mentioned days ago, Man United know that it's important to accelerate because PSG are speaking to the player side and other clubs could jump into the race if Man United will
Scare tactics, paper talks, no. As explained with the bar analogy, you know, the pickup line.
not close this deal this week.
So, guys, thank you for understanding. Thank you for understand how things work in the transfer market, right? It ain't like a FIFA career mode. And I'm trying to educate you to provide a voice of reasoning, what's really going on under the hood, because it's a shady business, right? It's so much interlinkage and fluidity when this happens. And that's why they call it silly season, because you might walk out from a conference meeting, you know, having everything agreed, turn around, you look up, it's blue sky, sunshine. Next thing you know, it's just thunderstorm and the shit hits the fan. So deals can be hijacked. In this case, it cannot be hijacked because the player has already set his mind on becoming a Manchester United player. So it's just a matter of days. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I think it's Here We Go in combination with me and Fabrizio. We're creating a new title called Here We Run, people. Run, 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 run. Big up all of you. Big up. Let me see. McTominay, by the way, is also pushing what I understood to West Ham. Now that West Ham got their money for Declan Rice, they set the target actually to recruit in Scotty Mack and also Harry Maguire. So I do expect this to be hardcore negotiations from their side as well, similar to what we are doing with Atalanta. But just want to sort of clarify, like, you know, rinse, wash, repeat, because change management means that you have to repeat yourself. Now, the way Manchester United is doing business currently, and we actually struck the first deal with Mason Mount with Hargreaves at the helms, was actually to have an agreement first with the personal terms with the player and his agent, and then once that is completed, you're free, ease of heart, because you know that the player wants to join you, right? It fits the mentality of Erik ten Hag's persona profile and the skill sets, and fits also the system based on the analysis, what ten Hag's analysis has spitted out from transfer markets XYZ. So then it comes down to negotiation with the club. You have a fixed evaluation price that you know, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to talk. It's like in a war of attrition, grinding it down. Club wants to sell, you want to buy, but always meet in the middle. And this is what happened to Mason Mount, if you remember. Chelsea wanted 80 million. What did we end up paying for? 55. Media reported that we were submitting one first bid rejected, second bid rejected, third. No, it wasn't. It was never a bid, because now Manchester United recruitment model is like this. Exactly like this. That involves reducing bottlenecks. That involves that everything should be aligned before you submit the first and final offer. That means that you have these negotiations for 2-3 weeks between the clubs, and you come to agreement terms in terms of the payment structure, how much this, that, you know, bonuses and stuff like that, image rights. And once everyone has agreed, Manchester United go back to the table, gets the approval from the board. And this case, Glazer doesn't really care at the moment because they probably sold the club already. So there's money there to be spent, but somebody has to sign it off. And we come back in with the final bid proposal contract. And that's what we have. And as soon as that is done, it's just here we run, here we go, medical schedules, come to Carrington, do the photo ops, sign the contract, and you are Manchester United player. This is a process that takes time, people. It really takes time. It does. So be mindful that that's what I'm saying. Ever since I started this Transfer Corner Market podcast, to say Ten Hag is doing bits, Manchester United is doing bits. You know, don't ever blame it on Murtaugh and you know, the team, because they've been operating with the blindfold basically, or you know, it's like you walking through Folsom prison handcuffed, right? So the ones that have been signing off the deals is going all the way in chain command to Joel Abram, and they are sitting on the hands basically. They're not the fastest people. And by the time, like, you know, it gets to them, the plane might have been hijacked. But not in this instance. So you can see the changes, and now you can sort of have an indication that the club is being sold, or at least, yeah, you know what I mean. We're not going to talk about the takeover because nobody's talking about that. But I do hope you understand what I am talking about. If you don't, please DM me, or leave a comment, please, in the video description here. Like, guys, so big up, because if I add back this onto the stream, because you can see that clearly, like, that I've been reporting on this on Twitter, and to say that even the agent name, and he's gonna become a Manchester United player and all that, and just to sort of give some context to it, right? And same thing goes also with the move of Rasmus Holjund, right? That's the thing, right? The keys Plogma, like, his agent is there, like, and we are looking at a fee for 50-60 million, and this is what I believe with the add-ons, which I believe it's going to become. So bid, according to my opinion, if I remove this, it's incoming for both Amrabat and for both Højlund, at least what I've been told, right? But at the end of the day, I'm so euphoric. It's like I'm over my PTSD, people. I am really, as a Manchester United fan, because I know that these signings are title-winning contenders, and we're going to speak about Harry Kane. Dare we? I don't know. Because I am 100% almost convinced that Harry Kane, with the statement coming out from Joe Lewis, who is the owner of Spurs, forcing the hand of Daniel Levy to say, I'm the boss. You do what I tell you. You're my employee. Says that you are outed. I just removed your only bargain chip that you had, Daniel Levy. So you have to sell him. So let Bayern Munich, I don't think he want to go there. I think it's just him and his brother, the agent, that are, trying to force the move. Okay, they're just saying, yes, we're listening. Let's put it like this. Right. If Harry Kane was interested in joining Bayern Munich, he would be a Bayern Munich player by now, wouldn't he? Right. He's just been holding on to wait. He's not going to sign a new contract. 100%. He's not. He's not convinced. He's been strong on before. And per my understanding, he's a very humble person, right? He doesn't want to upset anyone. He's a very pleasant guy, right? But also, if you saw that hot sauce challenge, what he did, I can't remember the show, he went all the way to the hot bomba, the hottest sauce, without even blinking. So that says that he has bollocks, big cojones. God, forbid me, YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm saying, people. So, guys, in general, I think at the end of the window, that Manchester United has always been monitoring the situation. Ever since we started the transfer window, everyone was saying Harry Kane is the number one priority. Ten Hag is looking for 2 strikers, right? 2 strikers. If we know our gaffer by now, we know that he is stubborn. He never deviates from his targets, right? We saw that with Frankie de Jong, but they got screwed over with the financial levers, stuff like that. We're not going to talk about that one. But imagine at the end of the window, I believe, and this is my person as a fan, that I believe that nobody can lure Honka Harry Kane into the club. You know what I mean? He's got a nose for goal. He's got a definitely honka for nose for goal. And that's why I'm calling him Honka Kane, right? Imagine he scored 30 goals in a shitty Spurs team, while Haaland scored about 45 in a, Rolls-Royce team. Imagine what he can do at Manchester United with the likes of Bruno providing him service, with the Mason Mount providing him service, with Onana pinging long balls, straight balls to him. Imagine what he will do. God, just imagine. So for me, according to my opinion as a fan, Manchester United is the only club that can put in a bid and convince, because I think that Harry is already convinced to come to Manchester United. There's been reports about that as well. Like this slide that I'm going to put up now, to be honest. So, yeah. The report is there, 24th of July, by Football 365, to say Harry Kane chosen Manchester United as a preferred destination after Tottenham U-turn. What does that tell you? Preferred destination. Okay. Okay, so basically you're just fishing there for using Bayern Munich, flirting with them, but you always had your heart set on Manchester United. Coming back to the analogy of the bar pickup, right? That's what it is. That's what it is, people. But with Harry Kane in the squad, that would be a dream window, wouldn't it? Now, this is where my PTSD kicks in and said, nah, it ain't gonna happen. Mate. It ain't gonna happen. But if we do play fantasy, if we just allow us to dream a little bit, if we do get a Harry Kane in together with Højlund, together with an Amrabat, we already have Onana pinging the balls, right? Mason Mount is there. That is seriously a title contending squad. But that's just my thought and feeling. Let me know what you're going to. I'm going to go to the VER room, basically. VER room, I am totally alone and I have not been able to focus on your chats while I have been, doing this collaboration. So where do we start from here? Yeah, big up, yeah, McTominay, here we go. Yes. Yeah. Oh, speaking about Lavia, though, if we're going to speak about the Scousers, which we don't really like to do, I don't think they are. I think they're broke. I really think they're broke. It is simply like this, like Rubenstein report. Like, if you haven't watched me before, I do a little bit of a parody of myself. I call myself Mick Rubenstein, but it's bants and rants because that's what we do with Liverpool, right? It's basically doing window shopping, wishful thinking, and it is transfer market, but in this case, it's transfer market, where Jurgen Klopp is trying to dress up as the beautiful female to sort of lure the players, but having no money to score free drinks. You know what I mean? Jokes aside. But who have they signed in? Yeah. Dominic Saboslai? Yes. Yes. McAllister? Yeah, we saw that. So they spend about 112 million euros so far. And they're flirting with the idea to get in a Romeo Lavia. And by the way, Romeo Lavia is very attractive gentleman, which Spurs and Arsenal are looking for. Many clubs are after his signature. But I think that Liverpool is in the mud. They have an aging squad as well. I mean, they basically shipped off, who was it? They went to Saudi Arabia, and they have two-feeder Darwin Noodles. They're not that we dodged that bullet as well. And what else? I don't know. I don't think they are going to be challenging people. Let me know what you think. So basically, Alien Tenor is saying Maguire and McTominay will do well for West Ham. 50 million for them both. Why 50 million? Why not 60? Why not maximize? Why should we, as Manchester United, be taking to the cleaners? Like both players. Let me reiterate you, Peter. This is very important. We are looking at a homegrown talent rule, right? You need to at least have 8 players within your squad that are homegrown, and these two gents fits the profile. That adds on an extra fee. So why should we take him for 30 million each? Definitely. Maguire, I think it's a brilliant move if Maguire goes there as well. It definitely going to fit David Moyes' system. David Moyes wants him so bad because he's going to play 3 in the back. McTominay also will work there. And it's, I would say that it is better to go to a West Ham than a sort of a Fulham or something like that. At least West Ham has sort of going to hover around mid-table up to playing in Conference League or even challenging to play in Europa League. So it's not a bad shout, actually. It's not a bad shout. And trust me, I want the best for our outgoing players and wish them good luck, like Elanga. So I'm really happy and stoked that he's getting minutes for Nottingham Forest. Whoop. Bid, let's see. Lucky Singh is saying bid is Amrabat because both parties have found a ground 25 million euros. Yeah. Rubenstein just told you that as well. Satwa Singh is yes, true. We're not gonna talk about. Listen, sorry for that. Yo. I'm just gonna see what you guys are saying as well. Ramo is saying, don't think they sell the. Yeah, no, this is about some people build a defense that they think the Glaze is not going to sell. It's impossible, mate. Impossible. You just follow the money, follow the finances, and you can see they are bankrupt. If we're going to talk about the Glazers movement, they have milked the credit as much as they can. Bank of America and all the creditors simply want the money back by 2024, 25. We had the bidding war process. That's done and dusted. You had minority investors looking at it, walked away because they looked at the financial reports and said, why should I give you 5-6 billion? You're mad. You can't even run a proper club. You've been just taking credit cards. You know, you inherited this club from your papa that died in 2015. We know Malcolm Glazer passed away. And these kids, which is spoiled brats, just been using Manchester United as the personal bank account, milking up money every quarter. But that got stopped in January because the board voted no confidence, say you're not going to take any more dividends out. That was the end of the Glazers. Just follow the story, follow the money, and you will see. So big up for your chat as well. Anyone that wants to super chat me as well, because if you super chat me, that will be highlighted, so I don't have to go over this. But you know what? Anyway, reports is coming in here saying that Amrabat bid in. Please, McTominay told the club he wants to go. Yes, that's it. And here's the funny bits, people. Like, you know, if you remember when the players were coming back for the preseason training, like to Carrington, Ten Hag had scheduled meetings with each or every one of them, like McTominay, like the likes of Maguire, to sit down and talk to them about his plans. And this is where it's brutal. This is football, unfortunately, right? This is what you call ruthlessness. Ten Hag looks like Hector Salamanca or Walter White from Breaking Bad. Like, you know, he's an astute manager. He's a tracksuit manager. He cares about his players, but only wants to work with a small squad of team of 28. Nothing more, nothing less. Anything else is overinflated. So he had conversations with his players that he didn't want to let him know true intention. He's Dutch. And remember, Dutch are straightforward. They don't beat around the bush. They tell you straight in the face, buddy, you're not part of my plan. I'm just telling you like it is. You can stay here, but you will just sit on the bench. But maybe it's time for you and your agent to look for a new club. Just giving you the heads up. It's okay. So this is what's going on, people. This is how it works. 100%. 100%. Sorry. Yeah, it is very good news for us, what Lucky's saying. Like, I'm trying to find Klopp face. Yeah, look at that Klopp face. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not gonna disrespect. I think I put some disrespect too much already on Gooners, but because my brother, okay, here's the thing, right? I come from a generational Manchester United fan base, family, from my grandfather to my father. I mean, yeah, and born into a Manchester United family. Guess what? My big brother is a fucking scouser. That is the black sheep of the family. And sorry, YouTube algorithm, but we still speak in terms, me and my brother, but I always give him shit. You know what I mean? Imagine that scenario that you're a Manchester United fan and you turn to the enemy. He turned to the dark side if you watched the Star Wars. He didn't go, trust the fork, Luke. No, come to the dark side. So he became Darth Vader. Seriously. Now, Wicked, listen, again, regarding the takeovers and stuff like that, have you noticed that there is no news? Smash a 1 if yes, smash a 2 if you disagree. Because that is the, according to my opinion, the silent before the perfect storm. That means that the journalists have no Scooby-Doo, and whatever they've been reporting, it's been fictional writing. Okay, there's been an NDA in place, 100%. The information that some British journalists has been receiving has been the trusted sources within the club officials. But when you have a trusted circle within a sales process, there's only a few privileged people that knows the information, and they're surely not going to speak to the journalist, right? Who is a sports journalist, right? So that's one thing. Number two is, yeah, they want to break the story. It's a Pulitzer Prize, if you know what I mean. 100%. You know. Number three is, are you really a Manchester United fan? Do you really care about what you're doing to the fan base? No. It's pure greed. It's pure driven to sell clicks and make you to buy the magazines. Although the Athletic, though, some of them are United fans, and Laura Whitwell's and all that stuff. So big up, old-fashioned journalists. But when it comes to proper journalism, it's always to present one side of a story, second side of the story, facts, facts, and at the end of the day, present the truth is in the middle, and how you sort of read it, it's up to you. Now, the other day there was an article that I spotted, right, within the Telegram group, the MUFC Real Estate Telegram group. If you haven't joined, please do. It's an amazing group as well. You guys are absolutely amazing. There's somebody shared an article there, right, to say something about, it was just a headline to say something about Ratcliffe and glazes and stuff like that. That was just that's just to prove my point. But when I actually read through the creative writing things, nothing was mentioned in that article what the headline was. So you do understand the gameplay they're doing, right? So again, this is why we provide a platform for voice of reasoning. I certainly believe, and I stand by it, that all roads has already gone. That horse is bolted. I believe that Manchester United will be announced. The new owners will be announced after the transfer window closes, for simple reason that you don't. It's too much to have an sales process and a transfer window, because the sales process will absolutely sabotage your transfer plans. And if you all of a sudden will be announced that the opponents know how much money you have money, so therefore everything that Matt Hargreaves and the recruitment team are doing goes out of the window, goes out of the wind. You know, a similar situation what you saw with Joe Louis from Spurs, giving that report out that Daniel Levy's negotiation chip just went out the window. He was playing like a Texas Hold'em. He knew he had straight flush. Well, he got caught red-handed because Joe Louis pulled his pants down. Right, so now he has to call his cards. And the thing that I believe is the same thing with Manchester United and the sales and the ownership. So I'm 100% confident it is 92 Holding Foundation. We're just waiting for the announcement. But for now, what we have to do as a fan base is just to be excited about the players that Ten Hag is getting, because we do have to play football next season, right? That's what matters. That's what we're here for as fans, to see good football, to back the manager, to back the team. New owners, I believe, will come after. But let me know what you think. Again, this is just going to be a snappy stream. I think that one says people here. Do you agree? Nathan says one. Lucky Singh, there's been a lot of guessing, 100%. Oh God, somebody else, Martin Hansen, also saying my brother also. Oh God, Martin, you know the feeling. Then if your brother is a Scouser fan, yeah. Desireen is also agreeing, saying that one, she believes in that there would be announcement after the transfer window as well. So John Johnson has to say, according to Google, Maguire has been relegated 5 times. He has. According to my opinion as well, if we play with false nines, Maguire is a false 5, jokes aside. Now, but seriously, Maguire, you know, I look at it from a player perspective. You know, I care about players, definitely. They're humans. But if you're not fitting the manager's system, then obviously you have to go. You can convince yourself, like be a Rocky Balboa, to go and train super hard for 3 weeks to convince yourself that I'm going to break into this team. But if your manager's already set you down, stripped down your captaincy, he recruited in Johnny Evans, that's 35 years of age, to play instead of you, then read the room. Don't be the pink elephant there, like, you know what I mean? It's time to go. It is time to go. And if West Ham wants you, we drive you over there, my friend. Personally, we have plenty of people in this VR community that lives in London that can pick you up in a van all the way from Manchester and express drive you to West Ham to sign the contract. Agree, people, right? Agree. Nothing personal, nothing against the player. I don't like to dislike the players based on the fact that if you watch the back end story of Dele Alli, they do have emotions, they do read social media, but they also are very egoistic, that back themselves no matter what, right? So I'm going to prove you I'm not a bad, I can knock you down. It's like me going into the ring, like, trying to fight McGregor, like Connor, to say, I'm going to knock the shit out of you. He's going to, all right. Oh, you're right there, son. I knock you down in three seconds. 3 seconds, lad. You mad? You bonkers, lad. Sorry, that was my bad Irish and Scottish impronunciation. But you know what I mean, people. You know what I mean. Let me know your thoughts and feelings, people. It's been just a snappy 1 hour stream by myself. I should do this more often. But we'll be back tomorrow, by the way. We are back tomorrow with No Bullshit United. That is the legends of the game. At least the legends of the fan cams. We're talking about Andy Tate. And we're also talking about Jay Daly, the pride and glory of Irish bodybuilders as well. Like he's got trophies, man. This man is no bullshit. He calls a spade a spade. And of course, we're playing Wrexham tomorrow. But apparently, I saw the traveling squad is only the kids, so we're not going to see any senior players. So let me know, will we play? I mean, geez, at the end of the day, it's preseason. You gotta let the kids play as well. So yeah. So let me know how y'all doing. And guys, having to say that, it's been nice. We had some to summarize the story, to correlate, like here we run with Fabrizio Romano. We created this new, basically, I am providing my insights. Fabrizio is looking at his insights. It's my conclusion to say that Sofian, Amrabat, and Rasmus Holjund will be Manchester United players. It's a matter of a time frame till we have a here we run, or like Fabrizio Romano would say, here we go. Onana, what's my name? Onana. Nah, what a good feeling. I want to see Onana play, guys. But listen, big up to all of you. Big up for tuning in. There is 161. Smash a like, please. Don't let that that go wasted. If you're on a diet, really helps you to burn extra calories, if you know what I mean. It's just reaching for that that buttons there. And also to subscribe is free. Definitely 100% free, you know, in that by doing so, you're supporting this channel to grow even further, because I want to promote, we are on the road to 20K. We've been 1 year in the making, 15,700 or 800 right now. I haven't lost the count, but this is all down to you. This content is for you people. You're the one that driving the content, and I just love to speak to you because you're my family. So if you like to be part of something real, being like a voice of reasoning, come here. This is our church, and this is where we come to heal our hurts, people. Thank you for tuning in, please. Thank you for watching. Stay beautiful, be nice to each other in social, and believe we are going places. We are doing bits with Erik ten Hag and the recruitment team. It's Big Mick Ruby having my say, and hopefully I made your day. So we used to say peace, love, bananas, but now we changed it to peace, love, Onana. That's all, folks. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening. See you later. Bye.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.